What's up, guys? I know it's been a while. Well, not a while since I stuck to my schedule of upload like every day, which I plan on uploading. With the subject Thursday, I plan on fixing that. But this was this was something else I thought about doing. Like since this was strictly, I said Monday was strictly gonna be like about game related things, and since my streaming and capturing is still iffy, which I'm like, at this point, I'm better off to just getting a stronger laptop, which fortunately I don't have the money to do right now, so I gotta make work with what I do till then, but still, I decided, like, before, like, might as well do something like this, which, as I thought more about it, I was like, you know what, this is like a good idea. I should I should really do this because there was like a lot of things that I was like I can talk about, and there are like so many characters I want to do first, and like two particularly I really want to talk about, but in the end I favor the one over the other. He'll get his time. Don't worry about it. But this series, which rightfully so, will be called How to Kill a Character, which basically, like the name suggests, like the character is like killed, like in many ways, be it like their the core aspects of the character, or like it's literally interpreted as you will. But this, for me particularly, like this will discuss more like how this character has been like destroyed, like in from their first appearance on, like when they first introduced, first conceived, to like to where they are now, and how their character just degraded as their series went on. So, without further ado, I'm welcoming you to another new series I like to call How to Kill a Character. Wow, if you didn't guess who the two I was talking about from the intro, well, I've I wouldn't necessarily question you, but still, I decided to do. It was basically a draw between like Lightning and Knuckles, and I was like, which one do I want to talk about most, and how they basically butchered the character, like from how they originally were in the first game to how they are now. And I thought long and hard about it. I was like, you might as well do you might as well do Lightning, because like you really got a nerd to strike with her. So here we are, Lightning, and from Final Fantasy 13, which, okay, let me be the first one to piss the JRPG community off some more. I actually like Final Fantasy 13. Okay, I like the combat. I like the story, which everybody keep complaining. Like, oh my god, like they expect you to know these terms. I'm like, um, I'm pretty sure through context clues you could find out like what is Lasif refers to, and what the fallacy are. I'm like, no one knows like the religious symbolism there. No one at all. Like the obvious religious symbolism, but whatever. Um, this video is about Lightning and her character throughout the series. And yes, I know she's basically a female Cloud. Literally, that's literally Lightning's character in a nutshell. Female Cloud, okay? Because they decided like since Cloud was so popular, and since we have Tetsuya Nomura on board, let's make a female version of Cloud. So that's basically who Lightning is design is based off of, and her attitude and her backstory. Basically everything is like a reminder that she's a female version of fucking Cloud. And okay, brief backstory of Lightning. If you have played the 13 games, the 13 trilogy, um, she's she's a soldier. Um, she looks looks after her sister Sarah. Had a strong dislike for Snow, to the point like Sarah ended up like ended up being Snow's fiance. She wasn't too keen on that, so she was Lightning had this character like because their parents, I don't know what happened to their parents, but it's always been Lightning looking over Sarah, and to that point she ended up changing her name to Lightning because her real name is Claire, or you want to be real specific, it's Eclair, which basically means lightning in French. Clever, square, clever. Even though these are the same people who introduced Larxene, so yeah, if you knew your Kingdom Hearts lore, you knew what Eclair was, because Larxene had a weapon about that in days. But anywho, Lightning changed her name, became a hard ass to help Sarah. Um, then she found out Sarah was a C, and she ran off with Snow again. And well, she basically like I said, she did not like Snow, his group of renegade flunkies. So yeah, Lightning in a nutshell. And she basically during the course of the game she changes because of the realization of, which I swear to God, people just love to ignore that there's actual character development in that game. With the realization of she was basically a slave to the File C her entire life, just, and she basically tells Hope all this in order to stop him from being consumed with revenge, because that's basically what Lightning was doing. Lightning was basically running away from her problems and just rebelling against the world. It was basically her against the world, and just her trying to say, no, I'm not gonna do this and whatnot. And that's why she had to fall out with Snow and whatnot, which was like the best thing ever. It's like one of my favorite scenes in the game where she punches Snow. Also, earlier in the beginning of the game where he's begging for the File C to release Sarah, and Lightning is like, you can keep asking for it to bring Sarah back all you want, and she's like continuously slashing it. She's actually doing something about it, so like giving up hope. So again, another positive for Lightning. And it was towards the end where she basically accepted that she can't do anything on her own. Like, she needed help, and she basically reconciled with Snow. So to the point where she she gave them she gave Sarah and Snow her blessing to get married. And I bet you're wondering, like, well, Zero, if Lightning changed so much as a character in the first game, obviously when the sequel was announced, her character would still be there. No, no, it wasn't. They killed her character in 13-2. Even though she was on the cover, Lightning didn't play that much of a role in the game. They tried to make it seem like Lightning played an important role in the game, but she didn't, okay? She didn't. And this is because of the whole trying to save Fang of Vanille from the crystallized state from the first game. At the end of the first game, spoiler, not really. And the thing that got me was, like, in the little epilogue book they had after the first game came out, I think like a little before they announced it too, they were like, they literally, Fang told them, don't come after us. She literally told Snow and Lightning not to come rescue them. And yet both of them end up doing it in the second game regardless. So yeah, really screwed up there. And then Lightning got sucked up by, and ended up in Petro's realm, came like a goddess, a warrior goddess, to be exact. Kaya's words, not mine. And basically, it was like this OP goddess, which still had her ability to summon Odin. And the thing here is like Lightning. Lightning did a 180. This is her first of many 180s, and the thing here was that she decided to help Sarah know throughout the entire game, but at the same time, she wanted to do everything on her own. Like, she appeared in certain timelines, but again, other than that, she basically had the entire burden on her own. It was basically back to the lightning. It gets the entire world thing. Like, everybody thought she was missing. Well, everybody thought she was dead, but because she left her knife, they just left it be. But everybody, at the same time, you had people like Snow and Hope and looking for her, trying to find ways to prove that she's alive. And yeah, just said a lot about her character. And then the DLC happened, so oh boy, that DLC where Lightning went to sleep and that she turned to Crystal and went to sleep. And what more can I say? She woke up and also I kind of skipped ahead, but this at this point, they decided to throw Lightning into like everything else because when 13.2 got announced, they also announced that Lightning will be appearing in a new Duodecim game, like Dissidia Duodecim. So Lightning was there to represent Final Fantasy 13. Like she was supposed to, I know Sass was supposed to be in the game too, but they just kept Lightning. So yeah, this is the point where they was shoving Lightning down our throats, which I'm for one was a big fan of because I like Lightning as a character, and they just basically was forcing her down our throats like a certain superstar that I will not name. But then it got worse when Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13 happened, which again killed Lightning characters for like I said the last time because at this point I was like I don't even know who you are anymore and just wow they really want us to like Lightning, which a lot of people still didn't like. A lot of people still did like Lightning, and it showed more here than the other two games. Like it showed between all three games, but it showed here the most because, and it also killed like any characters he had for two reasons. One, her personality because my God, we literally were at the stage one, literally, and it was explained later why that happened, which oh my God, that bullshit reason. And number two was this game focused on the dress spears, which basically was like the combat system for Final Fantasy X2. So why would we do that with Lightning? Like now I really can't take her character seriously. Like come on now. When you see Lightning, you do not see like a character. You see like the strong female character, the strong independent female character, and here we have a game where you could basically dress up like however you want her to be, and then we have like outfits like the cat girl outfit and the Chocolina outfit and the Moogle outfit. You see where I'm going here? You see where I'm going here. Then the Yuna outfit, Earth outfit, and then the real stickler that I myself was like laughing so hard was the Cloud outfit because I'm like, well, you did keep comparing her to Cloud, and everybody keeps saying she's a female Cloud, and they gave her a female Cloud outfit, and I'm like, why do we need to give Lightning sex appeal? That was my main reason, because a lot of those are just some. Like the rest of those outfits were just like, why do we need to give Lightning sex appeal? Like she didn't really need that. Like Lightning had it on its own. Well, that's just from my perspective. Like I liked it. Her and Fang were like my two favorite females in 13, and it was just, why do we need this? Like, did we really need to draw like to cater to a certain crowd? Is that why? And bringing up my original point of the whole personality thing, yeah, that new character Luma, yeah, she's split from Lightning because that's why Lightning is still so monotone and cold, I guess, because personality got split. That explains why Luma is so fucking cheerful and whatnot, and constantly is talking about Lightning and whatnot. So yeah, it was kind of bullshit when I found that out. I was like, you made one of like the characters I was interested in most in this game, and you end up copping out and saying like, yeah, she's split from Lightning. I'm like, it would have been interesting if she was like how everybody said, like related to Sarah, but no, related to Lightning because the dude, like the everybody said, the guy had a hard on for Sarah because she had to exist in some way or form, and what better way than to have this new chick look like Sarah but come from Lightning? So yeah, then her role as a savior, and because oh my gosh, do I even need to say anything about this? Really, Lightning. Lightning's the only one who can save the world. Oh God. Oh God, Lightning. What did they do to you? What did they do to you? Gone is the character who's like a badass to a fucking Mary Sue, and let me tell you, I do not like Mary Sue's. Okay, have a strong hatred towards Mary Sue's and Gary Sue's, and they basically turned Lightning into that in this game. And I say this was the game that basically killed Lightning. Ironically, the game called Lightning Returns basically like just kills her character, like all of it. And yet, even after all this, Square still tries to force Lightning into like every little fucking thing they could get their hands on. Like, oh, she's in the nudist city game. She literally is. Not that I'm complaining, but still. Um, and she's in Final Fantasy Explorers. And looking back now, I'm like, wow, Lightning, they had something going for you, and they just ruined it. Like after they got that first success, I don't care what you say about Final Fantasy 13, but that game sold. Okay, it sold enough to warrant a sequel, which I'm I'm just as surprised you are that warranted a fucking sequel. The sequel warranted a sequel, but they already had the website trademark, so they were pretty damn confident, and that was like the same year they went through financial struggles, so they learned their lesson from then. And here we are, just full circle, you know? Hopefully, like, we, like, me personally, I like Lightning. I still do. She's one of my favorite Final Fantasy characters. And as much as I want to see her appear in other, make cameos in, like, other games, like, at the same time, I don't. I'm kind of worried about that because she already had enough cameos in the Cydia games. We do not need to see her again in any other game. I do not want to, which means I do not want to see her in my Kingdom Hearts 3 or my Final Fantasy 15, okay? I don't want to see her in either one of those. Just let her stay in her own game. Unless we get shoehorn her in Kingdom Hearts 3, like, just, oh my god, just, oh, oh, oh god, no, no. So there we go, guys. First episode of How to Kill a Character, where I discuss like where the character started, like where they started from, how the character like degraded as the series went on, and ultimately how I feel about said character. So I thought I did a good job for the first episode because yeah, I'm pretty sure I still piss some people off, but that's a ongoing thing with me. I'm just destined to piss people off, in my opinion. But it's the internet, and you know, a lot of people get pissed off with their opinion. But anywho, thanks for watching. What's your thoughts on Lightning, and what other characters would you like to see me discuss? Because I have a list of characters that I feel like got killed off in like many ways. It's not even funny. Like I said before in my other videos, XFM, Twitter, Tumblr. Also, I'm on Discord too. My friend got me into that, so I'll link that to my account eventually. So all my social media is on my banner. Feel free to contact me whenever. So keep it classy, guys, and I'll see you next time. Well, see you for Let's Talk Manga. It's gonna be special. I can guarantee that. Poor Lightning.